Nights of protests where things started peacefully but turned tense in uptown Charlotte. Marches remained fairly quiet last night. Our crews were with the crowd as they get kneeled around 11 o'clock at an intersection. Let's switch over to Chopper 9 here. They flew over a large crowd marching peacefully. Different from the tension since we've seen on Friday night. For days, we've heard from people trying to stop other protesters from violence against police. Well, listen to their response last night when someone threw a water bottle.
Whoever threw that water bottle, you are not here for the right reason.
We first showed you this now viral video yesterday morning. It's from Queen City Nerve, and it appears to show officers boxing in hundreds of protesters on Tuesday night before then firing pepper bullets and tear gas. That left protesters with no clear exit. You could see some of them even ran for cover in that nearby parking lot. Now, we told you yesterday morning that we would be pushing for answers. And now we are hearing from Police Chief Kurt Putney and one of the protesters who ran for the nearest safe place that he could find.
Channel 9's Anthony Castura is live for us at the Spectrum Center this morning. Now, Anthony, the state is investigating that video.
That's right, John. Many people had called for an outside agency to investigate how the police officers acted. And now the State Bureau of Investigation is looking into whether the department's actions were legal. Once that is complete, Chief Kurt Putney will ask a judge to release all the video evidence related to this incident. Meanwhile, CMPD insists there is nothing to indicate any intentional abuse by officers. City Council met for nearly 4 hours yesterday in closed session to talk about that police response. Afterward, Mayor Vi Lyles sharply criticized the department, saying there are no words to describe what happened. She and Chief Kurt Putney marched in a peaceful protest and answered questions, and Chief Putney said the video doesn't reflect the officers who protect the community.
And it flies in the face of where we are morally as an organization, because our goal is to allow for lawful protests. However, what is missed sometimes is when violence occurs and property damage occurs, it's no longer a lawful protest, it's a riot.
We are also hearing from one protester who was in that crowd about how he tried to escape the gas. Now, keep in mind, this all happened about the same time CMPD tweeted that officers were preparing to issue more dispersal orders and that some protesters were hitting police with bottles. But Mario Black says while the crowd was loud and frustrated, they weren't physically harming officers. He's still trying to figure out what caused police to justify this kind of force.
It was too much force, unimaginable experience and feeling. I'm still trying to gather my thoughts as to why.
We know several people were hurt in all of this. Black says he and several others were able to force open the gate of a parking garage and escaped that way. Back to you.
Well, I guess we'll see where the investigation goes from here. Anthony Castura live for us. Now, police are using riot control agents like tear gas to get protesters to clear out. That can have short and long-term health impacts. For most people, this is just a temporary irritation to the eyes, the mouth, throat, skin. But the CDC says the health effects can linger for a lot longer. The impacts can range from maybe glaucoma to blindness to breathing problems. The other major concern, the possible spread of coronavirus when tear gas is used. The gas induces coughing and eye irritation. Health experts warn both things could increase the spread of COVID-19.
Well, George,